Now we're live.
Hey, welcome back to Unravelin Gravelins. We were off a couple weeks. We had a little COVID scare, and basically what it all boiled down to is we have one member of the family who was just diagnosed with diabetes and pregnant, so we didn't want to take that risk of getting together and doing something like that. So we just kind of took 2 weeks off, but now we're back. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like bell. Make sure you hit the notification button.
To be honest with you, I'm not even sure I put all that stuff on
Notification bell.
Do what?
Oh, I've been slacking on a lot of the editing right now.
Oh,
so.
well, if it's there, go ahead and hit it. I don't know. Maybe we'll get it back.
It's all there.
The stuff at the end of the video and the stuff that pops up in the corner, like, oh, fucking subscribe.
Well, I don't know.
I've been busy.
Yeah.
I've been lazy too.
You also have finals that'll wrap up on the 14th and 15th. I have classes that'll wrap up on the 14th and 15th. We got little stuff at the end of the semester, the end of the session, whatever you want to call it. We got something.
What you got going on? Oh, yeah, you got a couple of clients. Huh?
Yeah.
He's got a couple now.
Well, just one. But
you had to exaggerate. I was trying to help the guy here.
Oh. Well, I knew he had two.
Pick him up a little bit.
Hey, one good client is better than 10 bad ones, you know.
That's true.
I'll give you that. Making progress.
Yeah.
Well, that's good news. But you also you don't have school. You also have baby time coming though. So I mean, you're on crunch time and having to fit everything in and trying to figure all that stuff out too. Because
at the end of the month,
it could be any time,
any day, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, any day now. It is December now. Fuck. Huh?
Yeah, it's mid-December.
10 days into it. Huh?
Well,
we'll round.
9. Sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, we're mid-December right now, and I mean, it's go time for grandchild number 8. That's what I'm saying. Grandchild number 8.
Damn, we're getting old, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Hey, I love it.
4 motherfucking kids. Bro.
I'm trying to talk y'all into keep having some, but we're getting a little resistant.
Growth spurt starting to get about my height, a little taller.
Some grandparent support.
Punching in the.
If you want another one.
Got it.
You gotta talk to the heifer.
She already told me no. She told me DUN done. So I mean, there's been a.
You guys have lost a couple football games since then. Bring it up. Yeah, we lost. We got it. The third game in 12 days. I get it. Corners were out.
But I called it though, didn't I? I called it though.
The linebacker that came in for the linebacker went out.
It just all looked bad against you going into that day.
I know. I lost some money.
I was like, you should have listened to me. I was like, no Pouncy.
I already placed the bet.
Oh.
But yeah, I had placed the bet, and then all these guys started going out because I fucking
Connor.
Yeah.
What's your DN guy? Or
Bud Dupree.
Is he a DN?
Outside linebacker? He's a 3-4 outside backer.
Gotcha. He was
that
out.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah. He was out, and I was just like, well, this is that game that every year the Steelers do. They screw up one game they should just, win.
Did you hear what Tomlin said to Chase Young? He said, "Oh man, I hopefully never lose enough games to get to be able to draft a guy like you." It's just a compliment, like, "Hey, you're good, but this organization will never get you."
Right? Because he's never had a losing season.
Agency, though.
Yeah. Well, he had 2 or 3 8-8 seasons, but he's never had a losing season. Right?
Yeah, 14 years, never been a loser.
Never.
But he's been average.
Yeah.
8-8 average.
That's fine.
Dude, did you guys know?
Since you've been alive, the Pittsburgh Steelers have had 3 coaches.
You want to hear a crazy stat? It's basketball. But the Spurs could go 0-82 for the next 10 games and still be, or next 10 seasons and still be above 500.
Damn, all they've done is win, huh?
Damn.
That's crazy.
Man, they got to have something to be happy about. Their football teams are awful.
Right.
Yeah, but
do they even have a football team?
No, San
No, I meant Texas.
Texas.
The San Antonio's always been good from every time I remember it. They got David Robinson, and they've just been good ever since. I mean, and then they had what was that other out of Wake Forest? What was that dude's name? Tim Duncan, right? Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan. I thought you were talking like somebody like
like
recent.
some random. Well, he's kind
Dude,
of recent. He
old.
just retired not too long ago.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's been in the league your whole life.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that I used to follow basketball all the time, and I remember when teams were good and stuff. And but it's just kind of a weird thing. I also watched basketball when cancel culture was coming for Charles Barkley, and people were like, make a commercial. I am not a role model. That's one of the greatest because I tried to cancel
I'm not
him
even
for.
sure I've ever.
You've never.
I'm not a role model.
I'm Team Shaq.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's one of the best Nike ads I've ever seen in my life. I loved it then. I love it now. It's that cancel culture thing. They tried coming for him back in the 90s, and he just said, nah.
They were canceling guys in the 90s.
Well, that's when it all started. I believe the cancel culture.
I haven't noticed it. I've only noticed it in the last like 5 years.
Well, that's when it was just hot.
Does it fucking come in waves?
Well, and I'm telling you, it's
New
because
people got to come up.
So cancel
To
culture.
cancel.
So cancel culture.
That's true.
So cancel culture is just basically trying to cancel people. And when people fight back, it goes away. And so that's from the very onset. Charles Barkley was just like I got you.
And Aziz Ansari, that comedian,
Mm-hmm.
Parks and Rec. It's like a chick gave him a blowjob and then he was canceled.
Right.
I didn't like they just ditch out and stick my dick in her mouth.
Right.
Gave me a blowjob.
It was never mind. I don't know all the ins and outs. What I heard was it was consensual up until the point it wasn't consensual. So
how does that make any sense? I put his dick in my mouth and then I didn't like it, so it was rape.
Tasted weird. It was sweaty.
I'm not saying she said it was rape, but it's like that's the craziness of it. It's like
yeah.
But every girl I know gave a guy a blowjob fucking didn't.
Probably.
Probably was like, oh, I probably shouldn't have sucked that dick.
But yeah,
They all have one.
But I mean, it comes for like that Goya Foods. That guy was just like, "Hey, thanks, President Trump." Dude's a Democrat. Said thanks anyway, and then he tried to get canceled.
Yeah, you can't even do polite.
And his sales.
So I'm glad this fucking stuff's over. I hope Biden wins at this point, just to fucking have a little bit of normal in my life again.
Right.
So
Everything's not.
You gotta get that fucking hate out your blood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
and
I like some of the stuff
Everything.
did politically, or not politically, but like sign stuff in the legislation with the taxes and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, there was some stuff like fucking get off Twitter, dude. Like, it's not the president should kind of be above Twitter.
Yeah.
We
can talking
disagree.
shit on Twitter like
But
every day, all day.
But
yeah, that's what got you elected. But that you're not running anymore. You're the president. Have some fucking demeanor, dude.
I agree that some of the shit that he said, but that's why 75 million people like him, though. I mean, that's just point blank truth. That whether you like him or not, and whether you agree with it or not.
But, I didn't say I like him. I didn't say I disliked him. Shit. I love both of you. There's stuff. You guys probably don't do that, in my opinion.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Is I fucking need to calm down on Twitter a little bit.
Yeah, which I would agree with. I would agree with that.
Because I'm just, I didn't lose. I mean, I get they haven't said the other guy won yet, but fucking you've lost like every court case.
Yeah.
And maybe they won one or two.
They still haven't called it yet?
No,
not the Electoral College hasn't cast their vote yet. No.
Right, which is
Just
January 6th.
That's
basically when they have until.
And I mean, I get that Kamala Harris hasn't vacated her Senate seat either. So I was like, well, they're not even sure either. Like, I get it, but let everybody around you talk all this shit.
Right.
Maybe you have a little bit of decorum for the office you hold.
Yeah, like the motherfucking Donald Trump Jr.
Yeah. Or fucking your other son.
Yeah.
I mean, your daughter's too classy for that. So she ain't going to run around and talk shit.
Yeah. She's pretty pro.
But I mean, let Rudy Giuliani do it. Let fucking Roger Stone do it. Let one of these other guys you pardon talk all this shit. I'm not saying you can't have people. Hey, fucking go say this for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, you
just don't let it come out your mouth.
You just got to.
Yeah.
But I mean, what he did say though, if the Electoral College votes for Biden, he'll leave the office.
Yeah.
I mean, as he should. Because I'm not one of those get rid of the Electoral College guys.
Oh, me neither.
But this is going down just a stupid road. But yeah, you got to get the hate out of your heart.
Yeah, for some reason, just since I don't know, in the last 4 years, like maybe even 5.
Well, since they were running, yeah.
It's just like we seen our two presidential candidates, Hillary and him. They were just like just seeing who could
Spiteful.
who could get the knife in the furthest on each other.
I'm twisted again.
Yeah, just like when they're talking in a presidential debate, they're talking about his son and what he did by, you know what I'm saying? And then the big thing was, oh, Trump said, grab him by the pussy or whatever, It just seems like a fucking movie.
I mean, if did those words, that's what I'm saying. He said those words that, like, if you listen to like the whole conversation before and after it, it was like he didn't say like actually was grabbing chicks the other.
Yeah. But I'm saying it just seems like a fucking movie. And then you see that, and then everyone just fights about everything.
Yeah, and it's just,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
someone will want
I want to go back to when you didn't talk about politics or religion.
Yeah, for real.
Because I mean, when it comes down to it, the president affects what, 0.5% of your life.
Exactly. That's the shit that gets me.
I mean, that's I'm a bigger legislation guy.
Yeah.
I mean, because we already have the checks and balances there. If the legislative branch votes it in, the president can veto it. They say no, we still really want it, and it passes like what 2/3.
2/3.
It's like we have a way to like get around whoever the fuck's in office, anyways.
Yeah. Right.
Because the president can't even send us to war.
Right. He can do the initial declaration for the first 90
he might
days.
be the commander in chief, but
but it has to have a congressional
approval.
Approval. That's
and they have to vote on it, just like a
whatever
law.
I was looking for. Right.
So it's just like the president really doesn't matter. I mean, it comes down to it, the president. Trump is not. It wasn't Trump's tax shit. It was the Republican tax shit.
Right.
Yeah.
But he was just president at the time.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I always said about Bill Clinton. Everybody was like, well, Bill Clinton was one of the greatest presidents, ran one of the best economic things ever to happen to America. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure was just in office when the internet became popular. I mean, to be honest with you.
Just what invention was big at the time.
Right. That's what got
when U.S. Steel was fucking going up. I'm sure that saw an economic boost too.
Right. Exactly. So... And it's just a matter of timing to when presidents look good.
Yeah.
I will say though that in my era,
who's the best president in your life?
This is going to sound odd, but for the policies he had, I think Trump. And I was around when I remember Jimmy Carter getting lambasted and cleared out. I think he only won one state. There was 3 electoral votes.
Nixon before,
and then Reagan. Yeah. And so then Reagan took over the trickle down economics type thing. But I think, and this is why I think President Trump was probably the best. He has different things that go on. He has, Middle East peace talks and small little programs that promote that. So he not only did stuff locally with getting the wage to gradually increase, because that's the one thing that I look at the most. How's my wage doing? How's my wage doing? I don't give a he claps us another record in the Dow and all that stuff, blah 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 blah. What's it do to me? Well, when 6 years ago I was teaching for $28,000 a year, this year I'm teaching for $60,000 a year. That's the difference in my world.
Got out of the public sector.
Yeah.
Well, I was making $50,000 last year in the public sector. If you count summer school, I would have made $60,000 through the public school last year as well. If you count summer school or my.
But you're also at a bigger school.
No, I'm not, bro.
But I'm talking about when you were at Hillcrest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you comparing that to Ash Grove and Greenfield?
Well, when I started at Springfield Public Schools 20 years ago, I made $24,000. I know, but yeah, but what I'm saying,
4% though. That's the standard. I think it's like 3.25% is inflation or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you that the tax base increased. Every time the tax base increased, teachers get a raise, and so that's where I saw most of my growth.
Yeah, like you guys probably make too much money.
Per
hour worked.
Well, per hour, it's only like $25. They
do
pay
a
you
lot of
$25 an
extra.
hour.
They have to do a lot of extra.
Yeah, that's a pretty good job to babysit.
It's babysitting with a theme, damn it. I have a theme.
Is it though? Like with some kids? Since No Child Left Behind? Isn't there some kids you just fucking task to keep on trucking?
That's part of my problem.
Legally, right?
That's part of my problem.
Like how? Like I know the name of it, No Child Left. But what's the gist of it though? I've never like broke it down like that.
So No Child Left Behind is you
Like
give
you
as
just-
much energy to the kids
At
who are
what point
who
can
are-
you fail them?
who are naturally smart or outside learning. I fail my fair share, I guess. I mean, I've never given people a grade. I've given the benefit of the
You've
doubt.
given a point or two. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'd applaud any teacher that does that. Hey, this kid, was busting his ass. Let's give him the 80 instead of the 78.5.
Absolutely. I've done that before.
I can respect that.
I round, so any grade that you have, I round, I've always rounded up. And so because if I have a kid who has a 58.7%, I'm like, hey, let's do this homework. And then that'll put you over into the, over 59%. And then I automatically bump. Anybody who has a 59.1 in my class got a D. Anyone who ever got a 69.1 got a C.
I probably would have left that one.
The reason I do that is because if you do it for the very bottom, you have to do it for the very top too. I'm one of those people that if you apply a rule to one group, you apply it to them all. No child left behind.
What is a percent and a half in your class? Like
One
12
homework assignment.
points.
Yeah, one homework assignment.
And that's a difference of like say you were grading one set, like 3-4 classes algebra, we'll just call it algebra 1.
Mm-hmm.
You grade these ones one night, this one the other night. You grade these 2 classes, you're in a good mood. So maybe the next night you're in a pissy mood. So maybe you're just a little harder on these ones.
Well, and that's why I would always.
That's what I'm saying. Like
so
that's what
I
I'm saying.
didn't
Like a
grade that
point,
way.
like a percent and a half's like that's like just a rounding error because
Right,
you're the and you,
right.
right?
Yeah. That's why I always said that. And I remember, I think the lowest grade the kid was like, it was out for medical, and it's probably why, but I think he came in at like a 58.1%, and was in the hospital at the time. And I'm like,
Made up homework assignment.
yeah, you know what I'm saying though, that as a teacher, but I'm not going to make you repeat because that's a semester. That's 90 days.
My history teacher gave
for
us
one
some
homework.
points because he would give us pre-tests. So if you were just there to do it, you got 10 out of 10. But for like every 3 or 4 you got right, you got like a point. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
like bonus point.
So like out of 15 questions, you get 12. It's like you get like 13 out of 10, or something.
Right.
However it breaks down.
And
So some teachers are cool like that.
yeah, but for
It's
me,
so long
Oh
since
man, I
I've
still
been-
got
but-
that green shit in my lid.
so, but my point is that
Look it up.
we digressed a little off, but that's why, because in my lifetime, and this is why I think personally, Trump has been my best president, is because I have received the most benefit from him being in office. But again, that's also why I brought up Clinton, that he was just president when
Shit was passed.
the World Wide Web came into existence. So he benefited from the stock market and tech stocks. And so the reason I say that probably is just based on timing. I'm now 20 years into teaching. I see my pay go up. I see extra money in my pocket. And that's
Hey,
why I say that.
Y'all need to get in Bitcoin.
But it's also, I would also say that Trump has been president as long as I've never had a child in my house. So which is an awful, a
Coincidence.
lot of money
Coinky dinka.
to keep in my pocket. I'm not going to lie. Kids are expensive. And so personally,
Preach.
the reason I think Trump has a whole lot of things, but I don't know if Trump is any better than any other president I've ever had. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and we're just not old enough to.
No.
Right.
I guess I just look at like the fucking.
Now, personally,
Because I guess if you think that, you would say Clinton was the best president in my lifetime. I guess Clinton was technically president when he was born,
right.
but since 2000, which I guess so you'd say Trump again there. If he's the best, he's the best.
Right. And because I personally believe the facade that I have, and when I look out, I'm like, oh, I've got more money in my pocket. Trump's a great president. But the reality is I don't have kids to take care of anymore and buy school clothes and buy as much food and all that stuff. And so
all the money you were saving, not having kids, and then you saved even more on top of it.
Right. And I believe that's all because Trump, and which isn't true. I mean, it isn't true, but I've had the most prosperity under Trump.
Yeah, it's 'cause
my wages have gone up. The money in my pocket, I still have the same $45 in my pocket. Nope, I gave Dina 20. Never mind. But I've had the same since I got paid 10 days ago. I've had the same money in my pocket. Never had to spend it. Which means I'm not spending a lot of money.
Card?
No, I just don't do anything. I'm on this 75 hard thing, and it's just been, killing me. You can't go out to eat. Although I did find out, I did a little research. I can go to Buffalo Wild Wings, have medium. It's only 3 grams of carbs.
You can go to a lot of restaurants, a lot of places.
You can fuck on McDonald's, dog.
There's no bun.
Yeah, I eat 2 patties.
Yeah, because dude,
I can make those at home though.
Dude,
they're much better.
Exactly.
But I go get fucking just any burger and take the bun off.
Yeah, you can go to places.
There's places that even do a lettuce wrap.
Oh, Black Sheep.
Right.
That's where I went and they did it. Everywhere else, I'm not even told them no bun. It's just like because I don't want to answer that question.
Yeah. The
Are you sure? No. Yeah. It's what fuck I said. Who says no bun if they want a bun?
Well, that's just called a chop steak if you just have hamburger patties, because I make Dina make them all. I mean, Dina makes them all the time, and I get because you can have a quarter cup of brown
misogynist. I make her naked,
dude.
Right, misogynist,
dude. I have grandkids all the time who want to eat, and they love that stuff. And I'm like, well, if you're gonna make dinner for them, can I make a request? No, I say make these. That's right, I do. I'm an ass. I know it.
I like those fucking tortillas, low carb ones.
Yeah, I mean, 4 grams per. I mean, tacos.
Yeah,
enchiladas.
And see, the whole time you're doing it, we're over here like this motherfucker drinking, eating, whatever.
All right.
Now we're paying the price a little.
I know.
I'm a third of the way.
I almost bought a Bud Light and a Bud Light.
Oh, just to come
here and piss us off.
In front of
I don't know how many of us is going to take to whoop your ass. I knew how many we were going to use.
But then I was like,
who is that?
Ron White.
I'd take that fucking ladder over there. This turned into a wrestling match.
Well, here's a weird thing is I thought that in the 75 hard, the drinking would have been my hardest problem. And it's really not. The first couple of days I was like, oh, I need a beer. I need a beer. But after 7 days, I was just like, I can do without it.
And now you guys are starting to see results. So it's like,
yeah, dude, I'm down like 20 pounds.
Nice.
I don't know. I haven't seen it anywhere. My pictures don't look any different.
Well,
it takes a while. Yeah.
I've been taking them at night too. After I drink a gallon of water all day and eat my food.
I took mine right after the gym.
I take mine right after my morning walk when I go jump in the shower, and I usually have only had 1 water by then, and that's normally what I've done. So I can see a little bit.
I started doing like most of my stuff at night when I would be drinking.
But the crazy thing is, like, you could be losing it in your butt.
That's where I've lost most of mine because now my pants fall down.
I hope I'm not losing my ass. That's like one of the best features about it.
I mean, when I was on mine, probably I lost mine.
I mean that is a Gravelin staple, big old plump rump.
Yep. Right. But I can also tell, and I can't tell from my front view. I don't see much change from my front view.
Yeah, you could be losing it in your back too.
So
no offense, I'm not trying.
I take 2 pictures a day.
Does it look different? No, it don't look different.
I mean, you do honestly look smaller.
You look smaller, bro.
Jennifer's like,
you do look smaller.
You do.
You don't look as bloated all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I've never felt bloated, so I don't know if that's a compliment.
You do look smaller.
You do.
You should fucking measure yourself.
I'm
pretty sure I have your measurements. Yeah.
But I see most of my change from the side.
And
I don't hold I don't
go get it.
I don't hold my stomach in. I will. I don't hold my stomach in. I just kind of relax everything. And I can tell because the crease on my side has disappeared. not disappeared, but it's not as.
I'm trying to get down to fighting weight now.
That's what I am.
205.
What yeah.
It said 263, 264. Whatever. The other day it was bouncing in
I'm
between.
192.
The
Shit, if I was like a real fighter, like I'm only like 5'9", so I'd have to be like a
160?
155 or Khabib, Conor, I'm out of there.
But so the drinking hasn't been really my problem. Now, if you'd have put a beer in front of me, would I drink it? I don't think so. I right now I'm like, I'm not going to, but I'd be tempted a little bit. Yeah, I wouldn't drink it, but I'd be like, that.
Yeah, I would have cracked both of them open.
But the reading is what really gets me, and I think what you said a lot has to
Just
do
gonna
with
bypass that because I don't want to get that.
is that I got to
didn't
change
do it.
books.
I know.
I just thought I could probably
Your
choke
book
down
was
the Bud
boring.
Light, but the Budweiser I couldn't do.
Man, that's where all the flavor is. Though.
Yeah,
That first one's gonna be so good.
oh yeah, but I'm not thinking about them right now. So
Oh, I think about them every day. I just go the long way home. I don't have to go through Marshall no more to get home because that on 44 that little bypass is out there now.
oh
So you don't even have to get off at Marshall the exit. You can go down. Just get out right past all the golf course and stuff.
yeah, right there where they were doing all that construction and they put in that
Yeah.
T now. Yeah,
Well, it's not because
Now it's not.
it doesn't. It's not,
Not
a
anymore.
4-way no more because they opened up the CC goes all the way to 44 now.
am I missing something? When you drive and you
No,
go,
listen. So I don't think he's been there since it's done it. So they put like the golf course road, right?
uh-huh.
So you'll go. It's not CC anymore,
Yeah, it is.
is it? I thought CC would be that.
Oh yeah,
Because
the
it
thing that
keeps
connects us
going.
to 44 is CC now.
Yeah. So this is just
So what the fuck? Yeah, what do
whatever
they call
road.
that now?
Whatever road,
They didn't rename it, did
They
they?
have
I'm
to.
gonna have to pay attention now.
because that road comes now here to CC, and it was a
Or-
four-way
oh, no.
freeway stop
I know what it
because
is.
you couldn't go that way. But now instead, and then you know where the golf course is, and then you go.
The new thing's called something else.
So
Because you've come to a
Hubble
stop
Drive.
sign, you know, no,
Hubble
that-
Drive.
That's what the road the school's on.
Yeah.
Taken.
Continued.
Anyway, you were saying something.
what was I saying?
I don't know. We interrupt you a lot because we don't. You can't tell us to shut up no more because we're grown men.
Yeah, I don't know where I was. I got
Your
the
book.
Oh yeah.
You're reading a boring book.
So I'm going to start a new book now because I just sucked it up and read 26 pages. I think the night before I read 14 or 15, whatever two of the little chapters were. So I think it was more like 16 or 17. And then I just read the last three and just got it over with because I was just like, I just got to get this shit done because because the book is in the beginning, you're reading about
I
these
just quit reading one.
these stories and you're like, well, that's interesting. Then you get to the end of this book and it's kind of the same shit, just different story, but basically the same.
Woohoo!
I had
You
a-
learned to-
I
you
had
told
a
how to
book
make
like
a
that.
friend so many different ways.
Yeah, because it was how to win friends and influence people or something like that by Carnegie.
Hey, that shit just sounds boring.
Well, it wasn't for the first 100 pages. It wasn't. But after the first 100 pages, I mean, I was just like, but it was a 260 page book and I finished it in the first 20 days. So I was averaging 13 pages a day is what the normal read would be.
Yeah, finding a good spot sometimes hard to.
Yeah,
to stop.
And the chapters in it are like anywhere from 8 to 10 pages. And so before I read, I just go, okay, I'm reading one because it's 12 pages, or I'm reading two because this one's only going to be 6 pages long. So then I would read
that
two.
sounds boring though. Like, probably should never
It
read
is.
one.
Yeah,
I'm not
had a book-
suggesting
I
it.
had a book, and then it was just this dude talking about all these people he knew, and I was like, who
Yeah,
the
that's basically
fuck
what
can
this
read
is.
this?
Yeah, I'm reading that with Aubrey
But I read it.
Marcus, Owning the Day or something. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of other fucking words on it. I'll pull it up.
And then my next book is I'm going to try Jordan Peterson's
That's
12
a hard
Principles.
read too. But you've done a lot more like academic school than me.
Right.
So like maybe you deal there is just like a lot of big like academic words for me, and it was just boring.
No, I've been thinking about buying a new book.
But that's where I'm at. But the thing is that I'm going to take what you said and I'm going to give it the
That's
first.
the book I'm reading.
Is it good?
Yeah, and it sounded because I watched some of his podcasts too. It's probably closest thing I'd probably watch to like that Andy Frisia podcast.
Oh.
Because that's the guy that owns On It.
Priscilla.
On It.
That
Promoted by Joe Rogan.
yeah,
Is that what you were
he's
talking
like
about
a
earlier?
Part owner in it, but
Yeah.
Oh. Got it. Because I think you said something about it earlier or something that you still
yeah.
have some of
I was
those.
saying you said you were feeling all worn down. I told you
Yeah,
because you weren't supplementing.
Whew. I'm tore up from the floor up, bro.
I know you.
It's not even that you're not. It's
And
just
your
not
fucking
hitting-
and your Niners have been shit. Man, you didn't look. You've been running
And
yourself down,
and I can't go
walking.
into school anymore
Yeah.
every day.
Getting your
I was
ass
basically
kicked.
said because of COVID and all the spike here locally and in St. Louis and stuff like that, we've been told we can't go in unless absolutely necessary. So if I was going to meet with a student from 10 to 11, like before, I was just at school at 8 o'clock and I left. 2 o'clock is the norm unless I had a lot of stuff to do. And then they would just come in while I was there. Now, if the student wants to meet from 10 to 11, I can only be there from 10 to 11, plus or minus 15 minutes.
Yeah,
They don't want us on
I'll save
campus
you some
very long.
time though. You can just read. You can read that. And that's the whole book.
One slide. No, I'm good about that. I'm just going to read and I'm just going to keep reading. And if I get fed up, I'm just going to go buy a new
Don't get
book.
me wrong. Some of it, like, because
But I'm going to go after more of that kind of book.
it's a good read. It's just I tried to do what you did when I first thought it. It was whenever it first came out. I just tried to sit and read it.
Yeah.
It's just one of those when you're like, I'm reading 15 minutes of this at a time. So like, it might be good to read on this thing because of that.
Yeah.
Because it takes me about like 15 minutes to read my 10 pages.
Yeah, that's
Takes
about what
me
it takes
longer.
me. 15 minutes, 10,
And
15
maybe
minutes.
you had a bigger book than me. I don't
But
know,
it
I
takes
just
about a
got,
minute.
I got a standard book.
I mean, I don't know. I reread shit too. Make sure
Read it right.
Yeah.
Which,
You ever come across the word like you read it all the time, but you ever want to say it and you're like, oh shit, I'm not
Bro,
even.
let me tell you, I could not
I
say
know what the fuck how to say this
like
word.
probably like 80% of the like words that I was reading
And you're like,
in
it's just
my-
like when you're like fitness books.
Yeah. in my in my personal training like class.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like
Are that way?
like some of them were just like most of them were just like big long hard words. I'm like,
Because then you hear somebody else
and
say
then
it.
like I would like put it on Google and have Google tell me, but then like I would forget it, but I would have to know. I'm like, I don't know,
I don't
but
know.
I know.
I don't know
this,
what you
this.
said, but if I read it, I'm good.
Yeah, I know what it is. Like because I just like, all right, well, this fucked up word is that. So I gotta keep like the
I
first.
know
like,
what it looks
the
like.
first
I don't know how
6
to say it.
letters. I know what that is.
well, and that's just, I mean,
I wish I
honestly,
could tell you guys, but I honestly still don't know the words.
Still don't know it.
but that's how I got through most of my college was when I read stuff and like, for instance, if I was reading a book and had a bunch of names in it and it was, unless it was Dave or Rick or Betty or Patty, I mean, I'm just like some weird word starts with an A. I just call them A. I don't even try to pronounce it.
That's basically what I did.
Like A was walking along, or I didn't know his name. I don't give a shit either. I mean, because on a test, I mean, how many people are gonna, have their name start with an A in psychology? Well, maybe I don't know. I failed that class, so maybe I should have learned more names. But
I think I got an administrative withdrawal in that class. Just quit going.
psychology,
Yeah.
it's
100 or 101.
101. Yeah, it's terrible. I'm not a big psych
I'm just
fan.
not like a big Freudian or.
I mean,
I'm kind of a therapist.
to me, you are. I mean, I've been a little bitchy through this last 3 weeks, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, just naturally,
Yeah.
like being a personal trainer, you kind of
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
vent to you.
Yeah, just like you like another
Stuff like
version
that.
of a barber.
I'm just
That's how
like
barbers
I'm
do
like
all
the cool
gossip.
therapist, and I'll tell you, shut the fuck up, man. Gotta do this way.
Well, what'd you tell me?
What-
Who was that? You were just like, good. And I was having a bad day.
Jocko?
And you were just like, good. I'm like, what? I'm having a bad day. You're like, good.
That's how you treated us, though.
Yeah.
Well, of course. But now I'm the bitchy old man. You guys have to have kid gloves, bro.
No, you're not an old man yet. You're just upper. What are you? Middle-aged man.
Yeah, I'm middle aged nowadays. But if
74.
I'm right,
Creeping up on the middle. Part.
if I'm right though,
It's coming back down there.
You're on the LE.
if I'm right though,
Yeah. Yeah. You got the.
if I live to 145, I'm just now becoming a third of the way through my life.
Why would you want to be that old? Have
Why?
you ever seen like a 90-year-old try to walk around? You want to be 50 years older than
yeah,
that?
but
we have like shit now that you can
No,
get
maybe
legs.
our
You can
kids.
get legs. You can get fucking.
Yeah, you're just gonna
Arm.
fucking just be a robot and be 150. That would be
That
cool.
would be tough. That's what I'm talking about.
That's why I've been saving this
Well-
shit eye for so long. I want that robot eye. Like, Dartha, holler at me, dude. I gotta be a test subject. What's the worst? They fucking have to take it out. The doctor told me it needs to come out anyways.
So personally, that I don't
I
believe
missed this last couple leagues.
I
Right.
don't believe that my generation is the same as the generations before me.
Yeah, you're worse. You fucking throwing 8 water bottles away a day.
7. Shut up.
Canceled.
But health wise, we're way better off now than we ever were in. Now they say the average age is going down for the first time in a long time, which
Just 'cause everybody's hooked on fucking corn syrup.
but you also got and
shit
the
is-
drugs that are being overprescribed, like
opioids.
opioids.
Yeah,
and
because
stuff
so many people are dying so young
right.
from fucking drugs.
But it just takes the place of
and that-
war. We used to have a lot of people who died early in war, and that's why it was so low. And I just believe personally that more and more people today are living into the hundreds and tens, and that's just the way it is. And those people, honestly, are 70 years older than me.
Right, centurions.
Right.
Shade's grandpa was in the upper 90s, and you want to know how he died? Because he was out working in the field.
Yeah, he's just old.
like
You just get old and die.
I think he was putting up a fence or something, and it pushed him down,
Not-
broke his
not-
hip,
not the
and he
demon
got an
sense,
infection. But
Yeah. If anytime you're over 75 and you die, you could have hit by a bus. You just
Died of old age. Yeah.
If he was younger, he'd have seen that bus coming.
or got out the fuck way.
He was blind. That he should have
Nope.
heard it then.
No, dude, it was COVID. Hit
Oh,
by
yeah.
bus, COVID.
Fucking cool. Man, I'm so tired of this shit.
Me too, bro.
I
So
just want to know how, when the person that got it, one
Got
person
shot
can
in
get
the
it.
belly, died of COVID.
Not that, but like one person can get COVID and feel it in their stomach, but one person that I know got it, felt it in their throat. Just felt like strep throat.
Well, I'm not a scientist. I
So,
don't
like-
know.
like-
I just
You know, when you get the flu, it's like everyone has the same.
Oh yeah, the flu deaths are down
Symptom.
98% though this year, guys.
yeah,
I
that's
know.
true.
So, like I'm saying, so like on the
It's
common,
a coincidence. It's just a coincidence. Just
that
like
the
your
same
money.
thing, like you know what I'm saying, like
Sorry.
the person with strep throat could have actually had strep throat, but now they're saying, oh, if it's strep throat or flu or common cold, like whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Pneumonia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I'm just
So is
totally
that what
agreeing
you're
with
testing
you.
for? And they're just saying, oh, COVID.
Yeah.
COVID.
Like,
Because,
maybe you had it, but maybe that's not what killed you.
well, that definitely.
Because like,
But-
because everybody that has AIDS dies, right? The AIDS isn't what kills them; it's what they
Yeah,
the disease they catch
right.
because they have.
And I think
AIDS.
we've had this conversation
yeah,
before that
definitely.
with AIDS, people died with AIDS.
I had to get a COVID test. It came back negative. That's why
Right.
we can hang out.
right back in the day that
But
people.
I got to admit that's how an AIDS test felt. Because I mean, now granted it was longer. That was a long 45 minutes for me.
Wow.
Just sitting there on my legs swinging. It was so long I had to walk around this little fucking doctor room.
Yeah,
I'm sure that the AIDS test is way worse.
I believe it was just a blood test, and then
Just the
the weight.
Well,
the-
I guess like
lead up.
okay.
Yeah.
I should know.
So
Well, no, because if I tested positive,
like, for
I was going to miss all
herpes?
my finals, and I wasted the last 3 months of my life.
right,
Because as far as I know, when we left for Thanksgiving break, you had to be seated for your final. So
Yeah.
if it was on the 14th, 15th, I wasn't going to be able to take them.
well, I don't know. In the era of AIDS, you died of pneumonia, let's say, but you had AIDS. Now you die of COVID, but you had gunshot wound.
Yeah.
I mean that's where we're at.
But there's so just much
It's
misinformation.
like
I
saying you
agree.
get shot, you died of lead poisoning.
It's hard to believe anything.
Well,
Like,
Yeah.
read it. This is
You
on
just
Facebook.
gotta read.
I
You
can't
just
believe
gotta
this.
do your own investigative research.
Yeah.
well, and
But there's so much shit
Because
out there.
you would think,
so much misinformation. Am I reading this? Is it right? Is it wrong? You know what I'm saying?
because I read in that book by Aubrey Marcus that I can't remember the year that like 20,000 people died of an opioid overdose, and only 11,000 died of heroin. You know, it's like you'd think more people would have died from the street drug with criminals than the thing they're getting for fucking a doctor
Prescriptions.
and
well,
governance making money off of.
so in my opinion, that doesn't surprise me because if
I
you
wanna
have
say it was
insurance,
2015,
if you have
2014.
insurance and prescription cards, the more they do, then it's cheaper than heroin on the street, though. To the
I don't know,
person
dude,
consuming
I pay
it.
a shit ton of health insurance.
Yeah, but I know I don't pay a dime. I mean, that's a lie. I pay
You-
$15.
You don't pay cash. You work. They take your work hours,
Right.
Because it's just money you don't see.
And so, but I mean, I can go in and get a 30-day prescription for something for like $25.
It depends on what it is, though.
Yeah,
That's the top
Can't-
tier. What I
cancel
would
my
pay for
shit.
if a doctor only gave me a 10-day prescription, it would still be the $25. But if a doctor gave me a 30-day prescription, it's still the same $25. That's my prescription plan. Is that they'll pay,
Oh, your prescription.
Right.
You're talking about.
but other
Different drugs cost a different amount of money.
not on a prescription plan, bro. No, well, no, that's not true. There's different tiers. Like there's some, if I got generics, it would be $7 a prescription up to a 30-day prescription. So if he gave me a 10-day, it'd be $7. If the doctor gave me a 30-day, it'd be $7 for generic. And so there's tiers of pills, and there are exclusions like the Hep C thing. That's like $10,000
I
a
didn't know
treatment.
you had hepatitis C.
I don't. I'm just saying that, like with the
It's a weird
hepatitis.
thing to look
they don't-
into if you don't got hepatitis.
Well, all I know is that
Need a smart ass.
it's like $10,000 for the Hep C stuff. The last time I saw or heard, but my prescription plan doesn't cover that. So there are things that it doesn't cover, but your basic opioid
I mean,
prescriptions, $25 beyond that.
it's just a racket with everybody being able. They have to find a way to accept most everybody.
Right.
So it's fucking so expensive, not even worth it. It's cheaper to pay the
Well,
piper.
Well, in my opinion, the one thing that I did not like about the Obamacare and why it went up is because all males had to start paying for pregnancy because you couldn't charge a male more or a female more in insurance than you did a male. Well, women didn't stop having babies. So the only way they can cover child care or childbirth is that now both people are paying as if they both could get pregnant.
Well, they can this day and age. You know,
Well, don't even get
chicks with dicks.
all I'm saying is that how people live their life, people live their life. I'm not really into their business, but again,
They're
personally,
mine.
I took biology a couple times, and I understand that that the female species is the only one that can have babies in the human race.
Yeah,
I don't know how to say it any better, but
crazy time.
you can't be a woman and call
Talking
yourself
about that weird shit. When does NBA
Yeah.
start?
The 22nd, I believe.
Of this month? Oh, it's on
Preseason.
Christmas. Aren't the Lakers playing on Christmas?
Yeah. Of
Wait,
course.
is it preseason? Because I thought they were starting preseason this month. Or
Yeah, they are. They start Friday. I know the Lakers first
Like
preseason
regular
game is
season
Friday.
games.
oh, Friday. What's that?
I think they only have a couple games.
Yeah, because they're
preseason.
trying to, they're trying to just get out of the weird stuff, get everything done by their normal time. Is what I've understood.
Are they
So then-
playing
so
bubbles
then for
again?
2022, everything's like on regular course.
Oh, gotcha.
That's
So-
the way I understand it.
Yeah.
So my question is,
Mom might not even play till 2021.
are they doing the bubble thing again?
Not that I know of.
Because that was just playoffs, right? That they just brought all the teams
Yeah.
that came back.
They cut like the last 8 games out.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, now, see, I don't know that many details. I just know.
I know that they gave up but they brought in extra teams for the playoffs, though. Is that right?
I got to use the restroom.
I thought that's what I
I know
saw.
there was a couple teams that didn't get to go because they had no playoff vote.
Right. And that's
So
what I
they
mean.
played,
Anybody
like,
who
7 games.
the 23 and 58, they weren't getting into that
The
bubble.
Warriors didn't make it. Bitch ass motherfuckers.
Are you mad about that?
What?
Are you mad about that?
No, fuck the Warriors.
Oh, you don't want anybody who can compete with the Lakers to make it. That's
they
what
won't
you're saying.
be able to. Oh, there's no Klay Thompson.
Oh,
Their best player.
I would agree with that. That group needed Klay.
But yeah, fuck anybody, man. Fuck.
But I mean, I don't watch it very often.
I
anymore.
do love Klay Thompson.
Where does he play?
Golden State.
Wait, you said they don't have Klay Thompson though.
I know. Right now he's hurt. They hurt his.
Oh, I thought they traded him.
Huh.
No. Oh,
He just hurt again.
did they pay him then? Because I know that was one of the things was
I'm sure
I want a
they
little
paid
money
him.
here, boys,
I'm sure
because he's
they
good.
paid him. Oh yeah.
Because he's a pretty good defensive guy,
He's
right?
made like 60 something points on 11 dribbles.
On 11 dribbles.
That's nuts.
That's just
Catch and shoot.
catch and shoot,
Catch, dribble, shoot.
except on
think-
1/6 of those, 17% of the times he took a dribble to relocate, huh?
Yeah. I think the most dribbles he took that game was 4.
Whew. But I know I liked him. I mean, that's one of the players I did.
I don't know.
like.
You know, I didn't really like.
I don't really
LeBron,
like
so
superstars
It went from I didn't like LeBron
because he
and then-
wasn't at the
and
Lakers.
then because I just didn't really like LeBron because he went to Miami, then went back, whatever, blah blah blah.
Cleveland, Miami, Cleveland, Lakers.
Yeah, but then I really wasn't a LeBron fan. Fuck LeBron.
Yeah, I'm still
And
there.
then, so I was like, all right, yeah, the Warriors are cool. And then it was the Warriors and LeBron like 4 years in a row. I think 3. But still, it pissed me off. So I was like, fuck the Warriors and fuck LeBron too. And then he came to us and I'm like, Bron's cool. Bron's cool.
The
Sorry, I like to knock on shit.
I don't know. It's I'm just not a huge NBA fan anymore. I used to love to watch the NBA.
I liked watching Kevin Garnett play.
I love
Mostly
the
because it
NBA.
just looked like he got poured with water all the time. He was so sweaty.
Mind you of yourself.
No. Doesn't come off me like that. But I guess I don't sweat on my face because that's what I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
I remember
shooting free
trying to fucking guard your ass.
throws. Shout out to anybody that had played me in basketball. What,
who else?
Seth? Who?
You know who else gets
Hargis.
extremely sweaty? Michael Naylor. Like
Shots
extremely.
fired. Huh?
No, he knows it. He knows.
Hey,
He'll touch the football.
I
Sometimes
guess I
we're
was gonna
like,
say big boy sweat. He's not a big boy no
Ain't
more.
no big boy no more.
some people just have big sweat glands.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of weight since high school.
Yeah, he's like a completely different guy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to be.
And then you fucking
That's expensive to buy all those new clothes.
he posted a picture. It was a while ago. And I was like, damn, dude, who the
Yeah,
fuck is
I
that
seen it
guy?
on Instagram or Twitter or something.
And my honestly, my client just showing me pictures of what he looked like even like in 2017.
Naylor's worth a follow just to watch like all the Raiders fans talk shit on the Raiders. On
I
his
know,
thing.
right? It should be the haters.
Fucking, all they did.
Even
These guys
Derek-
hate Derek
Did
Carr.
you guys see that Derek Carr like 30-second clip or something? He's like, wins are so hard to come by in the NFL, and you'd think like on the last second play they'd be happy and hyped and shit, but
Yeah.
they're not. They're fucking still mad.
Yeah, it's like, well, I get we could be critiqued, but we just won.
Oh, yeah.
guys. Like, we got that W.
I'm so glad that D coordinator got fired. I also seen a tweet that said,
Tom
What?
Brady's exposed, except for that always played in the fucking shitty ass AFC East. Now he's in a half-ass legit division.
but would him and Belichick thrive in that division?
Well, yeah, because they're fucking. You're always going to do better with somebody you spent 20 years of your life.
Well, I
with.
know, but I'm saying from the get.
Oh, from the get? I don't know.
Well,
It just depends on how much owners let you do.
Yeah.
my opinion is that they're one of the greatest duos, and I believe that if Belichick was the coach,
They set a very high standard. It's going to be hard to pass that GOAT talk.
Yeah.
Jordan and LeBron, it's within a couple. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like 20 years, 9 Super Bowl appearances, 6 wins, 17 AFC East championships or something stupid like that.
yeah, it's crazy. But but to be honest with you, that I know Tom Brady just won a Super Bowl here recently, but the reality is that he's still 43 years old. And he still did not have a preseason or a normal workout because of COVID.
Yeah, going into a whole new system with a whole new group of guys.
With a coach that doesn't. Now, all you have to do is look. And I'm not saying Belichick babies his quarterbacks, but Arians is a very different cat than Tom Brady.
It's a different system.
Yeah. Tom Brady's just not used to. I mean, Arians will throw him under the bus in an interview. I don't think Belichick ever did. Belichick was always about the team screwed up.
Said anything?
Yeah, he's a fucking. You want to murder someone? Belichick.
Hey, they both deserve to make their money.
He ain't saying a fucking word.
Yeah.
The only coach out there better than Belichick.
Yeah, I'm definitely in Belichick mode. Onto the NBA.
On to the next one. On to Cincinnati.
Onto the NBA.
Yeah, because
the Niners ain't going nowhere.
I'm done with my fantasy. The Niners, if they would have won against the Bills the other day, I'd still be jacked. But now it's, I believe, too
Niner
big.
Twitter was pissing me off yesterday. Was it yesterday or Monday? I guess it was
Monday.
Yeah, because they were all talking shit on Mullins. I'm like, Mullins didn't leave those wide receivers wide ass open.
Yeah.
Like there was two, and then fucking that Beasley touchdown. He was pretty wide open on that curl too.
Right.
Like these motherfuckers were wide open. Like I understand that, he
no
did
one
have
was
a couple bad throws. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of course.
But I guarantee Mullins could start in the NFL at a different team.
Pittsburgh Steelers have like 15 drops over the last 2 or 3 games.
Exactly.
And it's like, don't talk shit on my quarterback.
Yeah. And like an
talk
interception.
Shit on that guy that didn't catch it, or that guy that hit it in the hands, or that guy that let it in his chest.
I was thinking, didn't he have Mullins have an interception that bounced off?
It was deflection
tipped.
or something.
It was tipped or whatever.
And that was his only pick, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I turned it off. They
Russell
scored
Wilson
one time. I think right as your text, you text me, and then that's right when I was turning it off. I ain't even replying to that.
We can't do it right now, but I found this cool thing we can do where it's like we can have a bunch of shit and we can like set it in tiers and rate it. Like share the screen with the audience and stuff.
Oh.
So it's like, fucking
top
50 quarterbacks, is this guy the great? Is this guy great? Is this guy average? Is this guy shit?
Yeah.
That's just an example. It's not what we did.
They did the top, 100 basketball players.
I think I saw one that said the top 25 math formulas.
Nice.
Why would you rate those? I mean, it was funny, It's because you.
Yeah, and for the top 100, they put Zion Williamson at number.
For only playing like half a year. Half a year.
He played 24 games.
Yeah, just
and they put him in the top 20.
Shut the hell up!
I'm like,
how? He must have paid to have his name put in that catalog.
No, you know what that is.
It's the NBA thing to put it up together because they want stars. They know LeBron's getting old.
That's going to be the next.
I guess Luka Doncic is a big star.
No, he ain't going to be like Zion.
But he's not like a
Zion
superstar.
is going to be like a dominant force. He's going to be like Shaq and LeBron.
Think? I don't know. I don't watch it.
He is a big old force to be reckoned with. But
I've heard he's just too big. He's gonna have to lose weight.
Well, of course, a little bit, but
hey, Zion, if you want to come do the 75 hard challenge with us, we'll let you. Shit, I'd start over.
I would hop back on it.
I don't know if I'd start over. Wait till I'm done with this first one. Give me a week.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing the live hard, but I don't think.
Man, I tried doing cold showers.
I don't think.
Fucking, that's rough.
I don't think I want to do it.
Yeah,
which is why I probably should do it.
Yeah, do what you don't want to do, pussy.
Oh no, I kind of feel like I'm falling off a little bit, honestly.
You let yourself go. Now you need to get back on the horse. Because you've been done for a month.
No, longer than that.
Yeah, it's almost gonna be 2 months.
Almost 2 months.
The 20-something it will be.
Because I think he was done a month when I started.
Yeah, I guess I'm already 28 days in.
Yeah.
When I go to bed tonight, I'll.
Yeah, I was like.
Which is a lunar cycle.
It was September. Was it September or October? October 24th or something like that was my last day.
Yeah.
You guys watch Netflix?
My brother-in-law also started it.
Your brother-in-law watching Netflix?
Oh no, he started. He probably watches Netflix. Yeah, but
no,
he started 75
Anthony?
this week. No, Nick.
Antonio.
Who's Nick?
No,
Nick's our oldest brother. I don't know if you've met him.
Oh,
he lives in Colombia.
The Queen's Gambit. That's why I started playing chess again the other day. It's a fun series to watch. It's about chess.
Oh,
It's
on
pretty fun
Netflix.
show
You're still.
if
You
you
went
know.
back to Netflix.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, what the?
Oh yeah,
how'd we get
if you've
from,
ever met the guy that don't live here, neither have I.
how'd we go from Columbia to Queen's Gambit? And what the hell are we doing here?
That's where the Netflix thing was
I
leading.
know, dude.
Shall we talk about the 3 games we played in chess?
Yeah, I lost. See, because I thought
Let's play.
I know enough. I started like looking into like openings and all that kind of shit. And I knew enough to open, but I get stuck in the middle game.
Yeah.
Like I set up a good thing and then I get too gun happy and try to go get too much is what I realized.
This guy beat me in like 3 moves. I ain't never played him again.
Yeah, I think he
Everyone
got me
in school
4 or
was-
5 the other day.
Everyone was always in school. Play dead. I'm like, no, I don't want to be mad.
We were playing, and the reason he got mad at me is because I only moved 1 pawn.
Man, somebody pulled a fucking Inthasant or it's
Yeah.
something like that. And it's like we fucking went straight and he still took my fucking pawn.
Yeah.
So how the fuck do you do
Yeah, you didn't know
that?
that? He did
Inthasant,
that to me one
yeah.
time too. And I'm like, what the fuck?
And I didn't know
That's
you,
not how that
you
works.
can't castle if you're in check. You can't like
Right. You can't
castle your way
castle
out of check.
Right.
Because it's like now I realize I was just always just pushing pieces around with people.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
do. That's probably
Oh,
why I
fuck,
do.
I'm gonna eat up all his pieces and it's over.
Because if I'm not mistaken, you can't. If you have a pawn that can kill a pawn, you can't go even with it. If you're within your first,
Your pawn has to have moved 3 ranks, and
Right.
the pawn that you take like that had to have just went 2.
right. That's what
If
I'm
it goes
saying.
1, you can't take it.
But then you would
But
still
if
be able to
because
take
you can come out with 2.
Right.
You'd
If
still be able to take
if someone takes their pawn and goes even with you,
Well, no, because if it's
when they come out at the beginning, they can go 2 spaces at one time.
yeah,
And if they do that and become even with you, then you can take your pawn.
you can push it forward, and that's when it's Inthasant or
Right.
whatever. Yeah. But it doesn't go on the diagonal; it still goes on the forward, right?
Or do you?
It
take
doesn't change files.
I thought you took it that way,
I think I've always played it diagonal. I may have been playing it
but you
wrong.
go behind the one that he was.
Well, that's the first time I've ever seen it, so I was just like, how the fuck? What the goddamn? I was like, this is probably the heatest I ever did. I won the game. I won the match. But I
Over
was
a
like,
pawn.
fucking, how the fuck do you do that? Well, they ever taught me that, and if I did, this is the one rule I didn't remember in chess
Well, and that's like when
because there's not
when-
that many.
when I used to play in school and stuff, students would go down, take their pawn, and get any piece they want, and they would never take the second queen.
Yeah, stupid.
They would
They
take,
always take the
give me
second.
my bishop.
The fuck for, bro?
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip this fucking rook
And after
over.
they
And
Why were you playing people with integrated math 1?
because they wanted to.
Because
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's where the least
Oh, yeah.
competition is.
Oh, yeah.
wrong.
It's because they don't know what they're doing, so they're just pushing shit around
So,
too.
for my opinion, is chess is a better logic teacher than math ever will be. But in school, we teach logic through mathematics, which is a terrible idea. Chess would get people to think more than it would
It's looking at my good.
than polynomial functions, because chess is okay, more lifelike, because it's actually, you make these moves, and there's not a lot of people who deal with a 5th degree polynomial function. Who gives 2 shits?
Yeah, you already lost me.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But everyone,
Exactly.
fucking
everyone knows.
But I guarantee
What's
that every
the 5th
class
dimensional?
I could have it in that class you're talking about, integrated math 1, I would have more participation in chess than I ever would in math. And so my goal was to teach logic, that you've got to move these pieces in order to be able to move these pieces, because there's algorithms
and you got
per
to think
piece.
about this and that and what
Right.
happened.
There's algorithms per piece. And some of the people who beat me weren't in the upper level mathematics.
no.
They were all in the lower level.
His bitch in the
mathematics.
movie or in the show just eats a fucking handful of pills every night. And stares at the ceiling and plays chess in her head. In the beginning, and then she gets to playing actual chess.
That's a little rough for me.
Sounds like a fucking drug
Like, she was an orphan. Like, you just got to watch the show.
Is it like real life shit or is it just
It's based on a couple different like real life chess players.
They just combined them.
But most of them were dudes.
Yeah.
But this is like a chick.
Well, that's
she's like weirdly good looking too. It's like I'm good looking for like a weird chick. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
There's different kinds of good looking. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to get into that.
Well, of course I know what you're talking about. Jeez, what is this guy?
Man, I want comedy shows to come back. I want to like go to.
Dude, that was cool.
Show.
One of the coolest things. I want to go to like someone that's funnier than Brandon Shaw.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I wanted to see Chris D'Elia, but he got canceled for being a creep.
Oh yeah, fuck that guy.
Rogan was pretty funny.
Yeah,
Rodney
I
Carrington
want to go
was good.
see someone like big time.
Me and the old lady was second row. And Kevin Hart was in Kansas City. I could have threw my bottle and hit him. I wouldn't. I seen the guys. He was a fucking security guard. They're big old football players. Probably tore an ACL, but still probably got it.
Probably a torn ACL, but they probably still got it.
I mean, compared to me, you know what I mean? Like, then I'll make it.
Well, wait till you're down to fighting weight before you do something like that.
I got to be a little quicker. Yeah. I was thinking about doing that.
You forgot your box or your fucking.
Huh?
You ever do that?
Did I ever look into the boxing?
No, like your punching bag and all that.
Oh yeah, I've never put it together. But I've been lazy for the last 10 years.
A 45 minutes of boxing.
That's a fat guy like me's gonna count 45 minutes of putting it together and come back and hit it tomorrow.
Well, they have that. They have that 9-round down on South Republic.
Dude, try boxing for 3 minutes.
I know.
Dude,
I tried to do a workout one time when you had that there. I was just like punching for like 3 minutes and then doing some push-ups and sit-ups and all that, and punching for 3 minutes. I got 3 rounds in me. I was like,
well, that
I don't think I could do no more.
Well, that 9-round. Well, no, the 9-round is boxing. It has stations, and you go around this thing, and it's got punching bags. The heavy bag, it's got the hand bag, whatever that quickness. But anyway, all it is 3 minutes, and in 27 minutes you're out of there. So they say go. 27 minutes later you're out, and it's just kind of rotation, and some of it's pretty high intensity, and then every third one is kind of, I don't want to say low, but it doesn't
catch your breath.
Yeah, it lets you catch your breath. But I did that for a month, and my gosh, I bet you those were some of the hardest workouts for 30 minutes I've ever done in my life.
Yeah,
I mean, just
gets that heart going.
And then
you're using every muscle in your body.
Yeah, and
run out of workouts to do is my fucking dumbbells.
Yeah, that's why
I do the same ones.
Bro.
So it's that I know to do.
Yeah. But that's my goal, is to get back to the gym starting next week. So speaking of that,
you then said you're going to go back to the gym like 90 times. I've only done this podcast 14 times. And one of those didn't even get lit up. So we only have 12 public ones. You've said it 90 times.
Bro.
What had happened was.
I say it a lot.
You going to Planet Fitness? You coming to the gym?
No, I'm going to until it runs out, I guess. I'm not going to pay $50
for nothing.
Man, I should just start using the OTC one.
And I like free. I like free weights more than I like those machines. But I still use. I went.
Here's the deal.
10 days ago.
Anytime I don't have brain and I use the machine.
Oh, you're not a Planet Fitness friend no more?
He goes because I go. He goes to.
It is a great starter gym, but listen.
Don't you fucking flex on him.
It's set for them fucking.
That speedy of the guy.
That's fucking large, dog.
Hey, look, I'm losing a little bit of weight.
Hey, there you go.
A little definition, bro.
You're fucking losing. Good, dog. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, show the camera. Well, right legs right away.
It's the shoulders.
Hey, I won't flex for you.
I didn't expect to see that. I didn't expect to see that, motherfucker.
That's good, dog.
Yeah. And that's why you don't see it, is because
Yeah,
it's a little bit
because
everywhere.
It's not right here.
Is that what is defined? I can't.
No,
You
not as
can't-
defined.
It doesn't look like you can
Because it
flex
doesn't
that
look like
one
I
as good.
flex it as
But-
hard.
Yeah,
Right. You've got
we know which hand he uses. The
I'm left-handed.
Just
Left-handed in
saying.
life.
the
but
A power hand.
yeah, I almost have everything.
at your house now.
Do you?
Just need dumbbells, right?
I got some. I like to use them in my house. I've offered them. You never said you wanted them.
Yeah, I just don't want since especially right now you're in the middle of 75
Of-
hard, so I don't want to they're your.
If you didn't,
I've been thinking about
Because you haven't said it, and then I just thought that light, so I was like, well, fucking, I gotta say no now.
because you got to buy the rack, the whole nine. I mean, you could get the
They
weights in, put them
have-
on the ground for a little while. Though.
Flex thing that
they
changed.
have one that go from
The one I got goes from 5 to
Yeah.
52 and a half.
52 and a half, and then they have some that go from like 50 to 90.
If I get to that point where
But it-
52 and a
but at
half
the
isn't
same
enough
time-
in each arm, I'll go buy more.
But at the same time, those are like $300 a set.
I was thinking about
So
putting more
that's-
concrete in my barn.
That's
So
still
not as much dirt.
fucking like $700. So
What about those rubber ones? Are those?
those cost more.
Oh, they cost more for that high density rubber on them.
Probably because they last.
I know they it was like
Dang.
like $1,200 for it was 5 to 50 was a rack.
What are we talking about?
Dumbbells.
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 Gotta erase the. Oh yeah, they're $1.99 a pound. Trust me, bro. Anyone's been looking, I look at that shit all day.
This one's, I guess, shit they got all this is going to be hell expensive, though. I guess that's not as big as you're talking about, though.
Yeah, you're talking to a guy like me, dog. I need
That's the kids were talking about once. I was like, just go use that shit in the barn. Well, you want 75 LDs? Fucking, there's one like oh, those are different. Anyways, though, it's not very entertaining for people watching us not put it up.
right.
But fucking
Yeah, I've been thinking
Crazy.
about buying a treadmill. Well, I need to buy a treadmill, but I'm just all the ones that are used. I'm like, I don't know if I want
yeah, save up and buy
they're
a new one
also
so you have the
really-
warranty.
They're also really expensive.
Yeah, treadmills get up there. So
Probably
but-
just bite the bullet, buy one off fucking. Because there's a couple that are, but they also go so quick.
Treadmills,
Yeah,
especially in the
They're on-
pandemic.
yeah. If they're in, like online, 8 hours ago, the post is the longest one I've ever seen.
And that was
Well-
2 a.m.
We'll give it another couple months. Everybody that bought one during the pandemic.
Yeah, if it ever opens back up, you're gonna be able to buy.
Everywhere says they have a vaccine now. So. All
Yeah.
the big pharma places say they have. A
Yeah, and they're
vaccine.
like "Bro, Obama and fucking Bush and Biden will all take it. I'm like, oh yeah, because they're gonna get the real thing, huh?
Yeah. They're gonna get the ones I get.
Yeah.
but
If anything, I guess they'd want to kill the old president, so they don't have to keep guarding them.
or keep paying them.
Yeah, because I think they still like 150 grand every year.
They make their wages the entire
I think
life.
the 400K every year for life.
Yep.
So no matter how much people hate Trump, even if he's not in office, tax
Still gonna
money's
get
still
that money.
paying him. Think he'll keep donating it?
I don't know.
Nope.
Because that's what he's done every year he's been in office, right?
Yep. Every quarter when he gets his check, he
Donates it to
Donates
different
it.
causes.
That's cool.
I mean, that's cool. I ain't doing that with 400 stacks. But
Yeah.
I'll donate 4.
Dollars.
I donate to a bunch of places already. I've
Yeah.
endowed money for scholarships. And, oh, you can't get that money back, by the way, if you ever do that. I thought that was the deal. I think you're just holding it. No. You gave it away. It's just in your name.
That's funny. Yeah.
I guess that's a lot. I guess that's a problem. A lot of people don't know. I don't know. A lot of people have endowed money for.
I don't know. I endowed money to my
Nursing
children as they were
scholarship.
growing up, and never seen that money back. So
Yeah, 'cause I got the one for the nurse scholarship, and I got the one for like just people that went through something traumatic.
Yeah.
Life changing. You know,
that's good. Good.
not
good,
a lot. I
good.
think they're both like $500-600 a piece. But I think they should have books for a semester, or
Yeah.
rent for a month,
Fuck
or however
yeah,
fuck
bro.
you use it. You know.
So do people, how do they get 'em?
They Springfield for or community first. I don't know. Just the big thing, the big scholarship place for around
Springfield.
the Ozarks.
Yeah.
Because I think
So,
it
like-
goes up to the Missouri River, and then I think it goes down to wherever like the mountains stop.
So,
I think because I think it's like people in Arkansas can still technically get it, or
because they're in the Ozarks.
yeah.
Nice. So, but do they have to like write a fucking?
Oh yeah,
essay
yeah, yeah.
or-
And
They
you
got-
pick them, don't you? Are you
No,
part of
I
that?
don't. I don't do any of that.
Could you though?
I could if I could be like, hey, I want to be in a process
So, like,
that
do
I've
you
chosen
give that
not
out
to.
yearly? Nice.
Yeah, I've been doing it 5-6 years.
Nice. That is dope.
Then I donate to the Chive every month, $100.
I don't know what the
Donated
chive
to
is.
fucking Joplin.
Huh?
Donated to Joplin.
Yeah.
What's the chive, bro?
Well, it started off. What do they say? They're a drinking club with a charity problem.
Oh,
It's a bunch of the memes I send you guys come from it, or
oh,
yeah. And then, like I said, they're charities. I just look into it. It's a really good cause. Get membership perks and stuff.
I just got turned off to basic charity foundations when I found out the local Red Cross president here in Springfield makes 3 times the area average. And I think that was $110,000 at the time.
What was the average?
No, that's
I
what
was
she
gonna say,
made.
I don't know I don't know a lot of these.
I think 42,000 was the average at the
for a
time.
household.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was making 110,000, and I was just like, why am I donating to pay someone 110,000 a year? Because she's not the only one making a big money out of that. I mean, there's a lot of people there working for $60,000-$70,000 a year. It's a charity. I thought you guys were donating your time.
Well, you gotta get
No.
paid for it.
So, and with no, I don't know. That just doesn't make sense why you would pay someone that much money at a charity.
See, I do Kiva and stuff too, which is like micro loans to people all across the world.
I don't really donate to places, but there's a place like, hey, you want to round up?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Hey, you want to donate $1? Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to donate a couple bucks to St. Jude? Yeah.
The problem is the other day we went to finish up our Christmas shop, and I think we went to 5 different stores. They all got the red kettle out front. They're all, and then you look like a dick when you don't
I
donate
only
to
got
every
my
one.
card.
Yeah. But they have a thing now that
Yeah,
So you can't even tell them
Yeah.
that. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh no, well we got the
Square or whatever it
yeah.
is.
It has a chip. Sorry. No, you can put it in here. Fuck. Just don't want to give you guys money.
yeah, I gave one to the last store. Like
Yeah.
you're saying, I don't want to do it to everyone.
So every time you go, that you have to donate money every time you pass one of them. Well, they're out everywhere. I mean, at what point do you just go, done, folks?
Doesn't seem very good in a pandemic.
Again?
Doesn't seem very smart in a pandemic.
Oh,
Yeah.
Have a guy just out there breathing in everyone's
Yeah.
face.
they're masked up though. If
I'm just
what they
talking
tell you is
shit.
true and the mask works, I mean, everybody's safe now.
Oh no.
We should go to 0 cases.
Asian people wearing masks my whole life in airports. So maybe
'Cause-
they've been on to something.
Well, because SARS was a COVID, the bird flu.
Yeah, so swine flu.
Those are all COVID based.
So wasn't the swine flu?
That's
too?
why they've all been wearing masks, is because they're all scared they're going to get one of those flus out of. And so they've been doing this for a while now. So this ain't new.
Oh man, I'll pass on the next pandemic. I'm good. Waiting on aliens this month, huh?
Right? Crazy. What is
At least it'd be different.
Well, would it be at this point? Would it be? It's like, fucking, it's been that kind of year.
Well, I think on my last post on Twitter was, come on, 2020, quit telling me what's going to kill me. Because now red meat's supposed to kill you again.
Oh.
It's just up and down roller coaster. So nothing surprises me.
You don't need to eat a lot of it.
You don't eat a lot of red meat?
Kind of, not really.
I probably have 3 steaks a week.
Yeah.
That's what I ate last night, too.
Throwing some chicken.
Well, you probably have hamburger.
That's red meat.
I guess pork is technically red meat.
So is pork.
Yeah, I guess I do eat a lot of it.
Maybe just not a hunk of steak.
Yeah.
I thought pork was the other white meat.
No, but I do eat a lot of fish. I probably eat more fish than the average.
Oh man, that butcher block should be there home today. Fucking sweet. Ordered some salmon.
Dope.
Man, let's try one of this. Let's go to eat some sushi.
Yeah.
Dude, sushi's good.
Because I can have what? Some hashi, isn't that just the meat?
Yeah.
Just eating raw fish.
Yeah. With no rice or fucking avocado.
Avocado's good for you, I thought.
Oh,
That's the only place I ever eat avocado is in my sushi.
It is good for you. It's a superfood.
Yeah. How'd you like them super great?
But I'm talking about the raw fish.
Oh, the raw fish. Gotcha.
With the avocado and the rice.
You like them super greens, boss?
Not bad.
Tasted just like it smelled, right?
The first
grass.
The first
gotta
gulp.
get the orange flavor.
The first gulp was a little off-putting a little bit, but after that it was fine.
It looks just like runny baby shit.
Yeah, it does look. You can't really look at it, especially once you put the orange in it.
Oh, it does like a little bit of blood in that baby shit.
Yeah.
Okay, and on that note,
Well, go Steelers.
Go
You-
Lakers.
Still a number 1 seed.
I'm still a Go Niners fan. There's an outside chance if we
I
get to
had one
8,
more
9,
question.
we'll be fine.
It's kind of a nerd question.
All right.
Was calculus invented just for physics?
Okay, so math was never
And Newton
invented.
came up with both of them, right? Or he's the one that discovered it.
Yeah.
And so nobody had discovered it. And I know they knew what he was talking about, right? So somebody was like, hey, well, this is wrong. What's it? Oh, I made up this fucking symbol over here. Now it's right. That's what the symbol means is I'm right. Because if you're the guy that creates something, how can somebody tell you it's wrong?
So, in my opinion, equations and stuff or physics
Are discovered.
which one's the chicken, which one's the egg, and which one came first.
Yeah.
I mean, so the math works because physics is a predictable science.
Well, that's what. No, for real talk about aliens. That, from all the stuff I've looked into, that's how they say we would start to communicate with aliens, is through mathematics, because they would understand the same basic principles we're trying to convey.
Right.
So we're talking about gravity. Oh, fucking whatever their 8 meters per second squared is how we would like start communication or whatever.
Right. And so, in my opinion, it's hard to determine. But if I'm not mistaken, Newton was the one that organized it. He didn't invent it. He's the one that organized all the mathematics. And so he took this and this, and he started combining things, and he came up with.
Did he make up the new symbol?
I don't remember that.
Or start to be like, yeah, we use this one now.
So the notation, I'm guessing, when he organized, kind of set the standard of what the plus sign is. Someone had to come up with a symbol, and we all have to see the symbol and know exactly what the symbol means. And so I'm guessing in his organization of the science or the calculus, that is what happened, is that he just started combining things and saying, this is what this means, people. Everybody get on board.
They're like, yeah, that's easier. Yeah, let's do that.
Has anything Newton came out with been changed?
Not to my knowledge.
So it's all still pretty solid work.
There's a couple things.
When did he live? 1800, 1700?
15,
Fuck, all before I thought.
15s. I want to say it's something like 1547 is a date.
What was he? Was he German? English?
I don't remember.
Italian?
No, I don't remember.
No, that was fucking.
I don't remember exactly his orientation.
Not orientation. They only had boy and girl back then.
His nationality.
Damn, that's just been going on that long.
But yeah.
So invented's the wrong word.
Yeah.
He's compiled it all.
Compiled is a better word than organized. Yeah, he's the one that started bringing in different things. But all that stuff was kind of going on. All he was like.
Oh, they say ideas are just like in the air because like 2 or 3 different guys invented the telephone.
Right.
2 or 3 different guys were working on electricity.
But Newton had the most commercialized mathematics there was. And back then it was all, could you get it published? And so I think one of the things was his was able to be put into the printing press.
So it just got later to the masses more.
Right. Later. Because I think the printing press came after Newton.
Yeah, his works were still already around being hand script.
Right. So, I mean, and they were easier to copy and stuff, so that the publication of them was a lot easier for people to get a hold of and read, and that's why he became the guy that kind of, is the father of calculus or whatever they call him.
See, I like the history part, everything. Yeah. So I was like, that's what I guess that's what annoyed me about school in general is. I feel like a lot of my teachers are just reading out of the book instead of like putting like personal touches on stuff. Like even math teachers, like, he only had you for math for 2 years?
But math is the one.
Yeah, I dropped out 3rd year because it's like, well, kind of explain to me why this makes sense, not to just what the rise over run is.
Well, there's
like I still like I know what mean, median, and mode are. You know what I mean? But because the other day I said, well, I'm averaging 137 points in fantasy, and you're like, well, that means half the time you're above, half the time you're below it. So I guess I really should have used the mean, right? The mode, what number occurs.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought you knew.
That's what I'm saying. I thought I did.
The mean is add them all up and divide by the number of objects.
Yeah.
The mode is the one that happens the most, and the median is the one that's in the middle.
Yeah, so that's what I should have used.
And the median is still half.
The median is what you just X out, and then if there's 2 left, you add those and divide them.
Right. But the median.
I guess I was never told when to use which one. It was just always find the median.
Well, then you didn't listen.
Yeah, because how would you?
Because if you have outliers, so if you're doing test scores and almost everybody,
I feel like all I ever had was shit on a piece of paper that said find the mean, median, and mode of this set of numbers.
Oh, yeah. Well, you should have probably had a better teacher, but anyway,
that's what I'm saying.
But in my evolution, I guess I now tell people that if you have, let's say you have test scores and you have all your scores are between 70 and 90. Well, you're going to take the median. I mean, the mean of that, because all those numbers. But if you have 70 to 90 and then you have a 2 and a 10, well, when you plug in 2 and 10, your average is going to drop significantly out of that 70 to 90. So you would use median, because then those 2 outliers don't play in as much.
Does that make sense? Low.
Right. So when you don't want to do those outliers,
does it have to, because you're trying to draw a line with as many points on it as you can? Or is that just something totally different?
That's linear regression. That's finding the pattern and the equation of the linear function.
And saying the teachers did.
And I think we just lost everybody by now.
Oh, fucking welcome. We didn't want them anyways.
Lost me.
But median mode
out of school,
are all averages. And so why, if you had test scores and there was 15 people who scored a 60, and then you had someone who scored a 70 and someone who scored an 80, and then 15 people scored 92. Do you see why you wouldn't use the middle numbers?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense to use it. So it's all a matter of you know,
what set data you're trying to
and that went into my first day of school read versus read scenario. You know, you've got to do everything in context.
you can use read and read in the same sentence and they're pronounced differently. So
Correct. And so that's why I always say
I guess
context.
we're starting to nerd out and probably.
But back to your answer, I have no idea. I think physics produced calculus because everybody understood that when the apples fall, they fall to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that.
Yeah, it was explaining how.
Right. And explaining at what speed and in a vacuum versus other resistances, so on and so forth. But you have to have the physics first before you have the mathematics to back it up.
So which one to do, the physics or the calculus?
Calculus. But all the things he derived were based.
Is
not
calculus just physics?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
didn't know it had other applications.
So you have to remember, and this is the way I always say it: the difference between math and science. The difference between math and science. Math is how to calculate, learn the algorithms. Science are word problems.
The application of it.
Right. So it's word problems because physics happens in the real world. You know, when I'm driving my truck, why does my truck coast faster on a 30-degree hill than on a 15-degree hill? And why is it faster on a 60-degree hill? You know what I'm saying? That those are all things that physics explains. Those are all the word
Science
problems.
is the
math is how you figure them out.
The research, and math is just a calculation.
Yes, ish. Yeah. I'll just say yeah.
We'll just say yeah. Because he can't explain it any better.
Well, I can't.
But I guess you were giving the other wide eyes a minute ago, like we're ready to go.
Well, that was my signal, yeah.
So I guess old man's gotta go to bed or something. It's only like 6:45 though.
Which means it's dark outside and I have to do my last workout outside in the dark.
You should wake up earlier. I do mine at night too. Like I said, I just train the body. We can do something else besides just drink beer.
Yeah.
It's going very well.
Yeah, fucking.
Well, I know I'm at day 21 on the 75 hard, but I'm at day 20. I'm at day 20, so I'm at day 26 for not drinking. 4 more days, I get my 30-day chip.
I think I'm at like 40 something.
Yeah, you stopped about 10 days, 12 days before I did.
Yeah.
I think the last time I drank was on the last podcast.
Fucking Ashley just okay, I'm gonna do it. It's fucking hard, Lord, than quitting drinking.
Yeah.
It's actually like, oh no, I'm just done now.
Yeah.
I'm just done.
That's how everything is.
Well, I think it's all mind over matter.
Momentum gains momentum or something.
Yeah.
So everyone said, "Oh, I can't do it. I can't."
That's why I just woke up and just like,
well, no shit. You just said you can't. You're already at a disadvantage.
Well, no, that's not true because I said, well, I don't think I can.
And then what? One day you said, all right.
And then one day you just woke up, I'm not fucking drinking today.
So because I knew that you had started the 75 hard, I was like, I got to stop
you didn't
now.
have to do it because I did it.
I know you. I know I did.
I've seen it. I've seen all the benefits he had. The last one in my head was he looks good. You know, he did.
I know. That's kind of what drove me too.
But
that and the fact that you said you were going to do it.
The rest of his life has come together for him. That's what I was jealous of. I'll never fucking be as physically fit as him, but
you could, dude.
Well,
I'm already not
at the end of 75 days.
You know, fucking just watching my little brother get his shit together. I was like, oh, you really don't have your shit together, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and to some
couple
degree,
times in life, you know, you get jealous of your little brother, you know.
And I think we had this conversation.
Watching Kayleen and Brandon and Tyler at some point, and then early next year, watching them graduate was probably one of the bigger things I've been jealous of.
Yeah.
I fucked high school up.
Me too, dog. I mean, I graduated, but I fucking wasted away my potential. for sure
But
in high school.
no, you can't dwell on tests, you know.
Yeah.
Why should you get your shit together? And
Yeah.
in ways I felt like I needed to too. So I was like, well, fuck it. The easiest way to get the same results is to do the same fucking thing.
Right.
It helps. I mean,
It does, and you really don't notice it. I mean,
Yeah, because it's like I said, man, I think a gallon of water is so fucking
I
much.
know.
It's like, dude, you've killed a 12 pack in 4 or 5 hours. Why can't you kill a gallon of water in that same amount of time?
Right.
And that's when the water got easy for me.
yeah.
It's like, oh, you used to do this fucking over Joe Rogan podcast, deer.
Right.
Why can't you just do it some water?
the no, and I agree that it does make me think a little different. But again, I think that at 47, I experience a 75 hard different than you guys will experience the 75 hard.
It's different for everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, fucking most of the things I've considered workouts, Brandon would probably laugh at because he had a different starting point in the physical aspect of it.
Right.
But
Well, and like mine, I do 2.5 mile. I think I told you it was 3.1 miles, and I did that in a truck on my drive home. But apparently, somehow I got an extra 0.3 of a mile somewhere because I just doubled.
and then he just like turned over once,
Right.
like, real quick on you.
And so, but my workouts aren't what his workouts are, and that's why I say I need to get back to the gym. But I'm telling you that I walk 2.5 mile legs. I'm walking 5 miles a day. I mean, there's a couple days where it just became real cold outside and real dark, and so I did like push-ups and lunges and squats and planking and stuff like that in my living room a couple times. Yoga.
I stretch every night.
So
That's one of the things I've picked up on my back a lot.
and so
Stretching is key. I spend like 15 minutes every day stretching.
I do about 45 minutes.
Hey, I mean, there was
you got to
times I
start
did that
somewhere
too.
though, because
I fucking like when I would play football on Sundays, and then when football started, it'd be like, oh shit, I go play football. That's 45 minutes outside already done, and then I'm like, oh shit, I still gotta fucking do 45 minutes. So I just do like some ab workouts, some push-ups,
right,
while I'm watching football.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what I've been doing
Yeah.
after,
Not everyone has fucking hour and a half, 2 hours in them and fucking go train like I train.
Yeah,
Right.
no, that's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of people that
'cause
fucking
to me, the significance of the 45 minutes twice a day at 2 different times is sometimes you're just gonna have to do shit you don't want to
Wanna
do.
do.
And maybe take you 45 minutes to an hour, but you need to get it done.
Yeah.
Right.
So say like I haven't been late on any of my homework assignment. Oh, it's not. I got fucking finished my rough draft in one class, but he said it's not. We can turn it in on the final, and then as long as we turn in the final draft by the Sunday after the final, it's still counting. So I'm not be milking that, but
but yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. It's just fucking because you said something that one time that everything just being more clear. It's like I don't woke up like hungover. So shit's just a lot clearer in the morning. It's a lot easier to wake up.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's because I'm not reading
What you need to do,
or if I'm not drinking enough water. I've actually started going back onto the trying to drink a gallon a day. But
you don't got to start nothing over if you
if I
drink
don't
20 ounces short.
yeah. But I feel like I'm kind of slacking in my
It's
business
a hard reset.
in my business
I needed this
aspect of. I feel like I've gotten a little complacent.
Yeah, that's where I was.
Maybe
stuck
pushing
at
myself
when I
more,
decided
getting more
to do it.
clients and shit.
but I would say some of it you also started when you went back to school. You kind of started going, I need this,
Yeah,
and then you saw the results of his 75 hard, and
yeah,
that's
a
just your
good
next.
hard reset.
Yeah.
That's what the 75 days to me.
Yeah,
is.
boom,
It's just a
dude.
good hard reset.
Yeah.
It's amazing what it'll do.
Yeah, and it
What's
already has. And
75
I'm only 28,
Exactly.
27, 28 days in.
I know. You should buy some smaller shirts.
I like big baggy stuff. I'll be
I
on the
know.
pistols. I don't carry a gun on me. Sometimes I do.
But
All right,
It's legal. It's got my numbers.
you might need them on the 20th of January. I don't know.
Well, everybody around me voted for Trump.
true.
It's a big city. I don't know about big cities though.
Most of people,
I don't know. He's been a big baby about it. Kind of just lose.
yeah.
I get
All right.
being pissed off. The fucking don't shut it. It's been a fucking month. Shut up.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and ditch the old politics revisit on this episode.
Oh, we already did. We were over. We were wrapping up.
Yep.
Fuck 'em.
So, thanks for tuning in. If you don't mind dropping down, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and hitting that notification bell.
Tell your friends, tell your grandma, tell all the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tune it in, see what's up.
I'm gonna
Probably your grandpa.
I'm gonna bring that strap home this. I'm gonna bring that strap home this year, boys.
I hope you
Because if
do.
I
bro.
win it, I'll probably. If I win it, I'll probably wear it on here fucking forever. Half these boys waiting.
He's gonna get a shelf just to put it. Here,
Yeah.
take this down.
Yeah, we're thinking about redoing the backdrop in our setup here. So
So if, you
if things
got
look different for
any
another couple months, yeah.
recommendations,
Oh, go ahead and put the recommendations in the comments, is what Braden's trying to say.
Yeah, I really don't care.
well, yeah,
It gives them something to do. though.
If you're gonna give us the couch, I
we
care.
need the
but-
feedback. Bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
they're
right.
talking about the decorations.
All right. We'll see
All right,
you
we'll
on
see
the
you
next
guys. We
time.
appreciate you. Bye.